welcome to your next full-length reading here at the Third Flame Tarot. My name is Amber. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am so happy you're here. Now, Aquarius, if you're new to my channel or you're unaware, there is something very important going on in your sign right now, and that would be Pluto retrograde. Now, Pluto entered your sign last year, but this year on May 2nd, it went retrograde in Aquarius, which is a really big deal. Now, Aquarius, you sit in the 11th house, which is all about your hopes, wishes, dreams, and desires. And Pluto is the planet of transformation, death, and rebirth. It is the phoenix rising from the ashes. So putting those two together, I mean, rebirth around our hopes, wishes, and desires, yes, please. So this is a time for you to really confront your spiritual beliefs and see how your external world is not lining up with your authentic self, facing your fears and shadows in order to transform your life, to follow your hopes and dreams. So Aquarius, I hope you really take advantage of this beautiful Pluto retrograde energy, because I feel like you've got a front row seat to it with it being in your sign. Now, Aquarius, before we get started pulling cards, let's talk about my meditation. Today's meditation starts off with a beautiful little blue bird hopping around a white room. And as I'm watching this blue bird, its wings spread and flies up to the ceiling, where there's a beautiful sparkling white star hanging from the ceiling of this white room. And the star is sparkling and twinkling, and the bird is sitting on its left point. And that's when I notice a little bit of movement happening at the center of the star. And it grows and moves and grows and moves until I realize that this is a blooming flower in the center of the star. And the flower gets bigger and bigger and grows more petals, and the little blue bird ends up flying off. And then it goes fast forward, and I watched this flower bloom, 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 bloom until it got old and started dropping its petals. And as I watched the petals dropping to the floor, the scene changes. And the next thing I see is a man from the neck down, I can't see his face, carrying a box. And he's clearly a delivery person, because I can see a delivery vest and he's wearing a uniform like he's a delivery person. And he takes the box up to a doorstep and sets it down, rings the doorbell, and walks away. A woman comes to the door, and I can only see from the neck down again, and she bends over, picks up the box, takes it inside to the counter, and opens the box. And as she opens the box, I look inside and see that there is another box, and the scene turns into a Russian doll scenario where she's opening box after box after box after box until finally she gets to this really small box inside all of the other boxes. And when she opens it, I looked inside, and there is beautiful wood carved watercolor palette. So it was like you could open up the palette like this and all the colors were here, but on the lid were beautiful wood carvings. So the woman takes the watercolor palette out, opens it, and I can just see all the amazingly beautiful colors. And the next thing I see is this same woman sitting at an easel painting with these watercolors on a canvas, and she's painting a crown. It's a beautiful gold crown with all kinds of jewels on it, sparkling. And as I'm looking at this beautiful painting she's created, it turns and morphs into 3D. And I'm back in the white room, looking at the crown on the floor, sparkling in the light. And the little blue bird comes back and starts hopping around the crown. And then the last thing I heard was the word hesitancy. So I'm wondering, Aquarius, where you're feeling hesitant in your life and how that's going to play out in your reading. energy reading for the sign of Aquarius, please. What do you have to tell the sign of Aquarius today, Spirit? What do we have for the Aquariuses? Yeah, we have Saturn retrograde, and then we've got Neptune retrograde as well. Neptune retrograde in Pisces on July 2nd. So Neptune is the planet of dreams and fantasy. And with it going retrograde, it's like kind of a slap in the face a little bit. It gets you out of your head. It gets you out of your head, and you can see the red flags a bit better during a Neptune retrograde. So, all right, Spirit. What do we have for the sign of Aquarius, please? Let's get 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. All right, Spirit. 3 base cards for the sign of Aquarius. Cancer, no way. Aquarius, this came out in your May reading. Fire. And Pisces. Whoa. All right, so this is like exactly what I was talking about in the intro with Pluto retrograde. So this came out in your May reading, Aquarius. The Cancer card came out in the 2nd position in your base read for May. And Cancer sits in the 4th house, which is all about your home, your family life. Its planet is the moon. That's all about fears and illusionment and intuition. The moon shines light within the darkness, right? This is your secret self, your internal self. Yeah, you're like facing your emotions. You're facing your true feelings. And you're going within. It's like with fire as the next card, you're overcoming your fear of facing your shadows. Because the fire card, I mean, that's light. That's sudden. Look at, there's an explosion. It's like things are starting to finally make sense. Like your feelings and emotions are finally starting to make sense. You're starting to recognize where in your life you may have been in like automatic mode, right? Like autopilot. You're starting to look back at this and be like, whoa, my fears, shadows, and traumas were putting me in an autopilot mode, and I was making decisions based off of fear. But that's changing, Aquarius. I can definitely see that's changing with fire here. I mean, fire is transformative energy. It's the last stage in alchemy. It's enlightenment. And then the next card here we have is Pisces. Pisces sits in the 12th house, which is all about your deep subconscious, spirituality, psychic abilities, dreaming. And Neptune is in Pisces right now, which Neptune is Pisces planet. But Pisces, I mean, that's all about your psychic abilities and your spirituality. And I'm pretty sure I read that the Pluto retrograde for Aquarius is in between the 1st and the 12th house. And the 1st house is all about the self, your self-identity. And the 12th house is all about spirituality and psychic abilities, intuition. So you're starting to recognize your feelings here, Aquarius. You're starting to really look at them and recognize where you've been on autopilot. And you're tapping into your intuition here. Like your intuition is heightened right now. Okay, let's get some more cards. Yeah, you may be noticing a lot more synchronicities happening in your life. Pay attention to those. There's messages in there. That's how Spirit communicates with you. Now, in your May reading, we did get the Two of Vessels in that reading. And the Two of Vessels is all about one foot in one world and one foot in the spirit world. And it was quite clear in that reading that you have a connection on the other side, a spirit connection that is working hard behind the scenes to help you progress in your human experience. It's like you may be noticing by letting go of these traumas and fears, by letting go of them and burning them like the phoenix rising from the ashes, this is heightening your psychic abilities, your intuition. Like things are starting to make sense. And you're like, oh my God, that's why I do that? That makes perfect sense. Yeah, facing the fears. That's all Pluto. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for Aquarius, please? What else do we have for Aquarius today? Let's get 2 more shuffles. All right, Spirit, can you tell us more about Cancer and why it's here for the Aquarius reading again? Why did Cancer show up? Whoa, that just fell right out. I was going to say, why did Cancer show up for the Aquarius' reading again? And we get 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands has been it's been reoccurring. The last 3 readings, I did Capricorn's reading, the Twin Flame reading, and then this reading, the 5 of Wands has showed up. I mean, that's crazy because look at how big this deck is. There's 128 cards in here. And this card has showed up after multiple shuffles. The card keeps coming out. So the first card we got is the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is ultimate fulfillment. It's familial fulfillment, financial fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment. It's like an energy of more than enough, more than you could ever need, a comfortable feeling. But it was followed up by the 5 of Wands, which is conflict. So this shows me that you've had a really hard time finding this stability within your family life, your relationships, your financial life. There's definitely a conflict here. And that's been reoccurring in your readings as well. That I think I got in one of your readings recently, Aquarius, that you might be switching jobs or looking for alternate ways to make money. And that would make sense here with the 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. It's like you're looking for this ultimate fulfillment, this stability, this financial stability and family stability, but you've had a really hard time making this happen. Let's get more. All right, Spirit, what else can you tell us? Why did the 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands come out? The Ace of Wands. See, it's like, okay, so the Ace of Wands in reverse came out. And the aces are always a new beginning, a fresh start. And wands are fire energy. It's creativity. So there's a project or something that you've been dreaming about doing. Something that is very creative. I mean, in my meditation, I saw a painter. So I feel like it has something to do with art or spirituality. And you've started a new project, or you have dreams or thoughts of starting this new project, but you don't really know where to start. You feel a little bit aimless. It's like, you know, you have this energy within you, this desire within you, but you don't know where to start. Okay, let's get some more. Can you tell us more about the Ace of Wands in reverse here? Why did the Ace of Wands in reverse show up, please? Why is Ace of Wands here? Thank you. Oh, the Pope in reverse, and then the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. The Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant in the upright is your connection to the divine. It's spirituality. It's a rigid form of spirituality. So in the reverse, this to me feels like you're finding your own religion. You're rebelling against the system. You're rebelling against boundaries. And the Four of Wands in the reverse here, I mean, that's instability. The Four of Wands in the upright is stability. So in the reverse, this upheaval, there's been upheaval. And you're going against rigid rules to try and get this creative energy off the ground. Yeah, you're rebelling against structure here. Okay. Okay, Spirit, what else for Aquarius? Why did the Fire card come out? Whoa, the Devil in the reverse. The Devil in reverse, Aquarius, when I asked about fire, the Devil in reverse is like breaking bad habits, breaking relationships that are not working, addictions, bad circumstances, situations, and experiences. Like, you are on the verge of an up level. Yes, there's something that's transforming in your life completely. You're learning how to release what's not working. And you really want to put your energy into this new creative project, this new creative idea, this something that's going to align with you spiritually and be spiritually fulfilling. Because here we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about fulfillment, utter fulfillment. Okay, Spirit, why is the... Okay, those cards wanted to come out, so we're going to take those. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. Okay, but these cards that flipped over while I was shuffling, we've got Hubris. Okay, Eight of Cups in reverse. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Wands. Seven of Wands in reverse. And another version of the Eight of Cups. No, this is the Five of Cups. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Devil here, and then we've got Hubris. And Hubris thought he was better than God. It's the story of the devil, really. It's the story of the devil. Too much confidence. He wanted to put his throne above God's. So that's really creepy that it would come out right after the Devil here. I just got tingles on the back of my head. Yeah, and then we've got the Eight of Cups in reverse here, and then the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, which is working alone. I can see definitely a breakup in the past here. There's regret and sorrow around this, but it's really important for your growth and expansion here. And the Seven of Wands in a reverse shows me that this was really hard for you to put up boundaries. You had a really hard time putting up boundaries with this person. And he or she, take it as it resonates, may have kept trying again and again with you. But with the Devil in reverse here, it's like you're finally learning how to put up your boundaries and release what's not working. Yeah, the Five of Cups is, I mean, it's sorrow and regret, sadness. I mean, even though you're learning how to put up boundaries with this energy, this hubris energy, even though you're learning how to put up boundaries, it still makes you sad. It's still emotional. Because, you know, you don't want to be alone. You feel like you need a partnership in order to progress with the Four of Wands in reverse here. It feels like, you know, this is a dysfunctional relationship that may be on a cycle here. But you feel unstable without it. But Spirit is definitely telling you here that you've got to learn to let this go. If it's not fulfilling you spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, if it's not fulfilling, right now is the time to really face those fears. You know, what is it that you fear about possibly being alone or working alone? Okay, Spirit, what else? Okay, we've got a lot of flippers today. That flipped around all the way. Strength. Okay, what else, Spirit? What else? Why is Pisces here? Can you tell me why Pisces is here? Whoa, the Ace of Swords and Strength. Your spirituality is going to get you through this. The truth of the matter will get you through this. You know, you are an air sign, Aquarius, and the Ace is air element. Whoa, look, too, a crown, Aquarius, a gold crown, like my meditation. Truth. You know the truth. You know you're very intuitive with Pisces here. You're extremely intuitive. You know the truth. You know exactly what you need to do. But it's still been hard for you. It still hasn't been easy. It's a big change, a big transition. But you know the truth. And you gotta just keep remembering that and tap into your strength, tap into your inner strength, your inner wisdom to help get you through this. Yeah, the truth is going to give you clarity. It'll give you clarity. It is giving you clarity. You know exactly what you need to do. Okay, what else about Pisces, please? Can you tell us more about the Ace of Swords? Whoa! Aquarius, this came out in your May reading. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Right after the Ace of Swords. Whoa. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune came out in your May reading, right in the center. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about change, karma, destiny. And on the card in the traditional Rider-Waite, there are two cherubs, or one cherub, and then a lion, a lion, an ox, an eagle, and a cherub. And the cherub represents you, Aquarius. The wheel, there are 4 fixed signs in the zodiac. And on the traditional Rider-Waite, each of the fixed signs is sitting in a corner. Yeah, things are shifting. Things are changing in your life big time. But you know the truth of the matter. You do. You've had like sudden onset revelations, right? You're like, oh my God, this is because I do this because it's my trauma, my shadows. You're starting to recognize where your insecurities, your fears, your subconscious traumas have affected you in your life, and you've made decisions kind of on autopilot around them, or you've allowed certain scenarios and situations to continue because of some kind of trauma. But things are changing for you now, Aquarius. Big changes are happening. The wheel is turning. Yeah, the devil in reverse and then hubris right after. So the devil, on the devil, there are two people down at the bottom of the card and they're chained. That can represent a difficult decision, or it can represent lack of harmony within a relationship. Unhealthy relationship dynamics. And then the next card out was hubris, which is all about Lucifer falling from heaven, falling from grace. You know, this person, this character is very beautiful, very charming, beautiful, and may have like a really attractive skill about them, but that's all they've got going for them. They've got a lot of darkness and narcissistic tendencies about them. You may have been dealing with a person kind of like this, Aquarius. And you're starting to recognize that what's important is the spiritual connection. What fulfills you emotionally and spiritually. With Cancer here, I mean, that's your emotions. Yeah, you're recognizing that this is causing you a lot of turmoil in your life. And you're getting sudden clarity about this. Yeah, things are changing, Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune's here. That's a big card. Big changes. And it came out in both your May reading and your June reading. Aquarius. Big changes happening for you. All right, Spirit. What else do we have for the sign of Aquarius? What kind of shadows do they need to be working through at this time in order to progress? What kind of shadows do they need to be working through, Spirit? What kind of fears do they need to face in order to progress on their spiritual journey? Now, this deck I'm using, Aquarius, is the Oracle of Pluto. And of course, the Scorpion's on there because Pluto is Scorpio's planet. But I had to get the Oracle of Pluto for the Pluto retrograde. How could I not? So this deck is all about facing your fears and shadows. So let's see what you need to work through, Aquarius. All right, Spirit, let's get 2 more shuffles. That's 1. And that's 2. All right, Spirit. What shadows or fears do the Aquarius collective need to be working through at this time? The snail. Okay, let's read it. Okay, the snail, number 62. Slow but steady progress. The right path. Oh, look, there's 2 cards. This happens with this deck. 2 cards will get stuck together. Okay, so we've got the snail and the wolf. Okay, let's read about the snail first. So I asked Spirit, what does the Aquarius need to be focusing on? What kind of fears do they need to be working throughout this time? And we've got the snail, meaning slow but steady progress, the right path. The adorable snail chugs along at a glacial pace, not known for making fast movements. They can move so slowly, it often appears they're scarcely moving at all. However, just like the turtle, the snail always seems to get where it's going. To pull the steadfast snail is a signal that you're in alignment with the universe, walking the best path for you, even if it feels like you are standing still. Life has a funny way of testing us, either by having everything happen everywhere all at once, or not at all. Unfortunately, you find yourself in the not at all portion of the test. As frustrating or disheartening as this may be, remember that we don't always see the payoff of our efforts immediately, nor can we see the things happening behind the scenes all the time. This card is a sign that you're doing all the right things, and this period calls for more time of the same. Trust the process and let things unfold as they are ready to, and not a moment sooner. In astrology, Saturn is a heavy planet that teaches us all about hard work, responsibility, and limitations. These are lessons that require a certain maturity and experience before we can fully appreciate their value. The energy of the snail card is very Saturnian in this sense. Though we may feel like nothing is happening, the slow season of the time nevertheless allows us to cultivate bigger, sweeter rewards in the end. Yeah, you know, this change, sometimes the wheel of fortune spins really slowly. Like the change is happening, but it might not be happening as fast as perhaps you'd want it to. But it's happening. And you know, that might be part of your challenges in this life, your fears of your deep subconscious. You might have a hard time being patient with things. And that's a little bit of the Ace of Wands in reverse energy too. It's like misdirected energy. Like a lot of energy, but misdirected. And then the next card we got is the Wolf. The Wolf, number 15. The Wolf is all about our intuition too. Okay, the Wolf. Intuition, silent observation, and shadows. Wolves are nocturnal creatures, moving stealthily through the night as they hunt and resting throughout the day. Except when calling their pack to alert them of a successful kill, wolves are largely silent, watching and waiting for the perfect moment to make their move. A deep knowing through practiced observation and stillness enables their survival. The appearance of the wolf in a reading is first and foremost a call to step into your intuition. You are amid something that isn't as it seems. And it is through listening to the intuitive knowing that the truth will make itself known. Yeah, the Ace of Swords is here. This is a moment to pause, watch, and wait. I mean, that's more snail energy. Pause, watch, and wait. Hold your cards close to your chest and take note of all that is revealed to you through this silent observation. You will know when it's time to make your move, but it's important not to act until then. Remember that time reveals all. Wow. Yeah, you may still be trying to free yourself of something here, Aquarius. But it's been really challenging. But Spirit is definitely telling you to pause for sure. Don't make any sudden movements. Tap into your intuition. Pause, wait, reflect. Wait for the right time to make a move. Just keep trying to redirect your energy, this creative energy. Keep trying to redirect it. Focus on that. I'm looking at the Ace of Swords and the Fire card. That's a lot of like explosive revelation. Yeah. You're having a lot of revelations around what's not going right in your life. Things like are becoming clear and you want to do something about it. You're like over it. You're like, if I don't do anything to change, nothing is going to change. That's the feeling I'm getting here. But Spirit is telling you not to make any sudden movements here. Like, you know what it is that you want, but maybe ease your way into it. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for Aquarius out of this deck, please? 2 more shuffles. 1, 2. All right, Spirit. Why does Aquarius need to wait and be patient? What is it they need to be waiting and patient for? What is it they need to be waiting and patient for? What is it they're waiting to be patient for? Transformation. Whoa. Transformation. Oh my goodness, Aquarius. What do they need to wait and be patient for? Transformation. Like the right time, you'll know when it's at the right time to make your move. You'll just know. And when you get that feeling, take it. Don't dilly-dally. Take the opportunity when it arises. You'll know when that time is. It's coming. Wow. Holy smokes. Yeah, there's a really big change coming in your future. A really big change. It's gonna change how you think, how you feel. And ultimately, it's gonna make you a happier person. All right, Spirit, let's get a few more cards for Aquarius, please. One more shuffle. Okay, Spirit, what else do you have for the sign of Aquarius, please? What else do you have for Aquarius? What else do you want to tell them? What else? Can you tell us more about this transformation? This transformation that Aquarius needs to be patient about. Oh, no way! That came out in your May reading too, Aquarius? Oh my gosh, that came out in your May reading as well. No way. It's like, are you thinking about moving somewhere new? Going somewhere new? I'm getting that here. Like, you're about to get out of a situation that hasn't been fulfilling you. There's been a lot of conflict, but now you're rebelling against this. You know, there's instability within your home life with the 10 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands in reverse here. You have some creative ideas and endeavors that you want to chase these dreams, this creative endeavor, but you've been feeling like you're held back by whatever this is. But you're having these revelations about your feelings with the Fire and Cancer here. It's like you're finally realizing if nothing's going to change unless I do something to change it. So that's when the Devil in reverse comes out, and that's like you're releasing negative patterns, addictions, situations, people places things that are not serving you. You're learning to release it, or you want to release it. You're having revelations about this. With hubris underneath there, it feels like there were some people maybe that you were involved in that were not very trustworthy. They may be charming and maybe fun to be around sometimes, but they have like not very good intentions, or they might feel like they're better than you or better than everyone else. And there's been a lot of conflict in dealing with this person or people, and you're ready to work alone. You haven't had very good boundaries with this person or people. You haven't had very good boundaries, but you're waiting for the right moment to make your move here. And then that big transformation is going to happen. And then we've got the home card here, a transformation around home. I'm going to read the home card for you. Number 10. All right, home. You're being guided to come back home to who you truly are. Drawing this card can signal a change in your physical home or sense of where you belong. Drawing this card can signal a change in your physical home or sense of where you belong. Pulling this card also symbolizes that wherever or whatever your current situation is, you can trust that this moment is in alignment with your higher self. You have not lost your way. You're in fact right on time and on track. Meditate on this symbol to access your higher power when having to make important decisions. You can always orient yourself north to the morning star. Whoa, there was a star in my dream, or in my vision, my meditation. There was a star in my meditation. And your tarot card, also Aquarius, is the star. So it says, you can always orient yourself north to the morning star and be assured that you will make the decision that is in alignment with your highest good. Symbol, morning star. The morning star is the brightest star on the dawn's horizon. It is considered an important spirit and honored as a kachina by most Pueblo Indians. The Plains and Great Basin indigenous people honored it as a sign of courage and purity of spirit. The ghost dance religion revered it as a symbol of the coming renewal of traditions. And Aquarius, this symbol is the morning star. We also got the devil and hubris, which is Luciferian energy, because Lucifer translates to morning star. Yes, there's like, you have to be strong through this, courageous, right? With strength here. It says, the Plains and Great Basin indigenous people honored it as a sign of courage and purity of spirit. Yeah, you're gonna have to tap into this your courage, and you're gonna have to embrace this when the opportunity arises. Wait for the perfect moment, but when it comes, take it. Wow. Okay, Aquarius, let's get one more card for you. All right, Spirit. Any final words of advice or wisdom for the Aquarius collective that this story belongs to, please? Any other words of advice or wisdom, please? What else for Aquarius? Any other words of advice or wisdom for the Aquarius collective, please? Any other words of advice or wisdom for Aquarius, please? Anything else for Aquarius out of this deck? Anything else for Aquarius out of this deck, Spirit? Anything else? Thank you. Wow. The ring. The ring. Now, the ring can symbolize a couple of different things for me. The ring can symbolize marriage, promise, or commitment. But it can also represent the world, which is the last card of the major arcana in tarot. It's finality, an ending that leads to a new beginning. And if you look on this card, it does kind of look like a crown up here too. Yeah, I feel Aquarius that there is an ending that's just the wheel is turning, the wheel of fortune is turning, and an ending is on the horizon, but you have to wait for the right moment in order to make your move. And in the meantime, keep your strength and courage accessible. And strengthen your intuition. Focus on your shadows and fears and resolving those. But yeah, the moment is on the horizon. The wheel is about to switch. Karma is in the works. And there will be big changes. Perhaps even in where you live. All right, Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning in today. It was an absolute pleasure to read for you. I hope you have a beautiful next 30 days until your reading, and I cannot wait to see you in the next reading. Namaste.